What's up guys, so welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another tips and tricks. Let's go. Okay guys, so on this video I'll be teaching you on how to select protectors for your trading cards, Pokemon cards, and other cards that you are collecting. So basically I'll be teaching you on how you are able to identify onto what kind or what size of protector that you would need to protect your cards for your collection. So there are several sizes for this one. So without further ado, let's move on to the next camera and see what are the protectors that we need for my cards here. Let's go. Okay, so before we start, of course, you need to have your size for your card protector. So I have this one. I got this from the BCW website. So all you have to do is look for this one. Just key in onto your browser BCW card thickness point gauge, and you will see a listing of their product. Actually, this is for sale, but you can download this for free onto their website. So if you will buy this from them, it costs you $1, and you can also download this for free. So I am here using this one as my downloaded file of the gauge itself. So let me just cut first. So these are 4 pieces or 4 sections. So let me just cut it first so that it will not be obstructing our cap space here on the table. So all you need to do is to just cut one face or part of this gauge, and there you go. Okay, so as you can see on this gauge, there are 2 kinds of gauges here. So the leftmost are for top loader sizes, and the rightmost is the magnetic case or magnetics sizes. So this gauge has 1000 points, is equivalent to 1 inch or 25.4 millimeters. So that's the scaling. So all you have to do now is identify which of these sizes are suited for each of the cards that we have here. So I have here, let's just remove Pikachu since it has the same size for this Charizard metal card. So we have here Charizard metal card, 1 Dog Christie sticker signature. We have here my Rookie Remembrance of Zion worn jersey. We also have here a sticker signature of Caleb Martin. So by the way, I guess the basic size for all of the common cards are this 35 point for the magnetics and 20 point for the top loaded or top loaders. So for those who are just collecting normal size cards, you're safe with the 35 point for the magnetic case and 20 point for the top loader. And I guess I don't see resources that shows that there is a 20 point and 59 point top loader. I always often see 35 point top loader, and I just don't know if that's correct. But I guess we'll just have to size it down or somehow like compare it onto these gauges now. So let's start first with this Charizard card. So let me just put this onto this side, maybe on this side, so that you can see it properly. Okay. So open this Charizard metal card. So this Charizard metal card is actually from the UPC or the Celebrations UPC that I opened on the channel as well. So as you can see here, the thickness is somehow like a little bit thicker than the usual card of Pokemon TCG. So let's just line it up with the magnetics first. So there you go. I just don't know if you can see it properly. Maybe just on the side. Let's see. Okay, so there you go. Or maybe I can just put it onto this face. There you go. So that's the first one. That's 35 point. I guess it will pass for 35 point because onto the next one, on the 55 point, it's a little bit thicker now. So this metal card of the Charizard is good for a magnetic case of a 35 point. Now let's move on to the top loader. As for the top loader, it will pass also onto the 20 point since it's the thinnest onto the listing for the top loader, because the 59 point is somehow like a little bit thicker now. Okay, so you will pass on to the first line gauge for both top loaders and magnetics for this Charizard card. So let me just put it back onto its original case, and let's move on to the other cards here. So we have here a great significance Doug Christie on sticker signature that I pulled from my Panini Hoops 2021-22 unboxing. So let's start here first with the magnetics. So basically it will pass, though it's a little bit thicker for the 35 point, it will really pass on to that size. On the 55 point, it will be a little bit thicker, so it's not suitable for this one. Right? Let me just focus on that. There you go. There you go. So it's a bit thicker. Now let's move on to the for the top loader sizes. We have here 20 point, 59 point, 79. So it will pass on to the 20 point for the top loader. So for this card, it is also on to the first line of sizes. So it's easy to identify that. Now let's move on to this one, which is a Caleb Martin on sticker signature apprentice from the Panini Chronicles that I pulled onto this channel as well. Okay, so this one is a little bit thicker. I guess the 35 point here will not fit onto this card, though if you will see it clearly, I just don't know if you can see it clearly, it just fits on it just fine, meaning to say this thickness is somehow like an equal size to the 35 point. Okay, let's move on to that 55 points to see. Okay, so onto that 55 point, it's actually a little bit thicker now, so I guess this will pass on to the 35 point. Now let's move on to the other side for the top loader. So I guess this will not pass on to the first line, which is a 20 point. Same goes with the 59 point, but I guess it will be thicker. It will just go through the 79 point here. So I guess this card will go for 59 point as normal. Okay, there you go. Because onto the 20 point, I guess it's a little bit tighter now, since it's a little bit thin onto the 20 point. So for this card, this will go for magnetic 35 point, and for the top loader, it will go for the 59 point. Okay, now let's move on to my last card here. So my last card here is a rookie remembrance of Zion Williamson worn material, or this enclosed player worn used material is guaranteed by Panini America. So basically this is a player worn swatch, should I say, or cloth. Okay, so this is now a little bit thicker than the usual or to the previous cards that we tested. Okay, so let's go. For the magnetics, it is surely not fit for this one. For the 55 point, it is somehow like a little bit thinner, so it will not pass on that. For the 75 point, I guess on the 75 point, it's about fit, just fit. So onto the 100 point, I guess 100 point is a bit perfect for this card, so I'll go for 100 point for this card instead of going for 75, which is very tight. Since this is a good card, I guess it's not good for me to sacrifice it with a tight magnetic case. So that's for 100 point. Now moving on to the top loader here. Of course, it will not pass on the 20, the 59. Let's see on the 79. I guess 79 is a little bit tight, I guess. So we will go through the 108 point. So this will go for 108 point. So for this card, this will go for the magnetic with 100 point and 108 point for the top loader. So those are the sizes for all of the cards that I have here on my table. Okay, now let's proceed on to the sizes of the protectors that we will be using onto this video. So we already determined what are the sizes for all of the cards that I have tested here or gauged. So I have here somehow like a list of protectors that we can use for this video. So I have here some of the cards from my stash here. So let's start with this one. So I guess this will be the thickest of the top loader that we have, because if you try to size this one, this is somehow like a 79 point. This is 79 point top loader, and for the other one we have here, it's a 59 point top loader. Okay, so for those who are collecting this normal size cards or the typical thickness of a card, say for example Pokemon TCG, I guess 35 or 59 and 79 point will just be good for you. But I guess 79 point is a little bit what I call this one, thick, and as you can see onto the inside of this card or this top loader, right? So hard to focus on this one, so I'll just be narrating what I can see here. The card itself is not tightly enclosed onto this one because it has a lot of opening here. It's a little bit thicker top loader, so I guess this will not be suitable for those who are just having their cards on this top loader, since it will not be secured. It might just fall if you'll be shaking it too strong. And as for the 59 point, I guess this is a perfect one for Pokemon TCG cards. Same goes with our cards that we gauge, just like this Dog Kirsty card. Okay, so let's just try it on to this one. So this is a 59 point top loader. So it's perfectly seated onto the card. It's not too tight. You can just easily slip it out in and out. So let's just try this one. So this is a 79 point top loader. So this is the thinnest card that I have for my NBA cards. So it's a little bit what they call this one? It's not too tight, but it's too loose. So this one is not good. So basically, for NBA cards that has normal sizes or thickness of, you can just use the top loader size of 20 point or 59 point just to be safe. Okay, so let's move on now on to the other cards. So we have here the Caleb Martin. I guess we chose the top loader for this one is the 79 point. So let's just go directly to the 79 point top loader here. So it's still a little bit loose. Let's just try the 59 point top loader. Okay, so the 59 point top loader is a little bit, it's too tight. I will not do this. The 59 point top loader is too tight. So meaning to say the next option for this one is the 79 top loader, which is a little bit loose as well, but it's not that too tight. So much better to use the 79 point for this Caleb Martin. Now let's move on to Zion. I guess Zion will not fit onto any of this top loader because I don't have any other. Okay, let's just try the 79 point. Okay, it's too tight, guys. I will not be doing it thoroughly, so it might damage my card. So 79 point will not fit onto this Zion Rookie Remembrance. I guess the next one will be 108 point for the top loader, which I don't have yet, and I don't usually use it for my collection. So there you go. So for these normal cards, you can use this for the 59 point top loader. This one you can use this to the 79 point top loader, and this one will go to 108 size top loader. Okay, I guess this one will not We don't need to test this one. I guess it will just fit onto the 79 point, but let's just try on it. Okay. I will not just insert it thoroughly because it's not sleeve. But there we go. I guess I need to get a sleeve here so we can try it on. Okay. Okay, I guess 20 point top loader, or I mean 59 point top loader is just fine for this metal cards, Pokemon TCG cards. There you go. So let me just put it back here. Okay, now let's move on to magnetic cases here. As for the magnetic case, I guess I only need 3 sizes for this one, or should I say 2 sizes, since the other sizes are not suitable for all or the rest of my cards here. So I have here 2 sizes here. The first one is a, let me just double check on it. It's a 35 point magnetic case, and the other one is a 100 point magnetic case. I guess I chose these 2 sizes for, since this is the smallest size for magnetic case, which is 35 point, and this one is a 100 point case because I need this for my Zion card, which is the highest or the thickest card that I have so far. So let's try on this and be right back. Okay, now let's test onto the 2 sizes of magnetic case here. So let's start first with the thickest one, which is a 100 point magnetic case. So I am supposed to use this onto my Zion card here. Okay. I guess these are not supposed, or cards that you're inserting here are not supposed to be in a sleeve because it will not fit the card thoroughly onto the grooves here. So let me just take it out and push it in. Okay, here you go. It's a little bit tight there, but I guess it just fits overall. So there you go. So let's just seal it with the case cover here. There you go. So my Zion now is sealed. I like this magnetic case because it's the magnets here are too tight, or something like it's very strong. I hope that it will not get loose somehow on while the cards are inside here. So there you go. So the 100 point card or magnetic case is just fine or perfect with my Zion card. So I guess there are no other cards that I need to test onto this kind or thickness of the magnetic case. So let's just move on to the next one. Okay, so we have here a basic, or somehow like the thinnest of the magnetic case that we have, which is the 35 point. So I guess most of these cards will pass on to this one. So let's just try each of it and see what's the result. Okay, so let's start with Mr. Dog here. Okay. I guess I really need to remove the sleeves here. I guess it's just fine for normal size cards. There you go. It will shake a bit, but I guess it's just fine. There you go. So that is Dog Christie. Very nice. Maybe I'll just get another one for the other, so we don't need to remove in and out the cards. So let's just move it here and get another one. So I have plenty of this 35 point, since most of the cards or my cards in my collection are just this normal size cards. So it's just fine to have lots of this 35 point magnetic cases here. Okay. Let's try next Caleb here. Okay. So Caleb here just fits nicely as well. Nice. Nice. It's a little bit shaky in the inside. I guess it's the thinness of all the magnetic sizes are the standard for all of the rest up until I guess 79 for top loader sizes. So that's why it's a little bit shaky. Same goes with my dog Christy here, but it will sit fine since you will just be displaying this on your display case. You will not be shaking all of these cards or these slabs while you are holding it. So every time someone will visit you and check onto your cards, you might just show them like this. They will not be shaking it, I guess. Okay, let's move on to my Charizard card. I guess the Charizard card has the same size as well, just like what we have fitted onto the earlier sizes gauges that we did. Let's see. I just don't know if I really need to remove this one or the shell or somehow like the cover for this. I think I really need to remove first the plastic. Okay. Put Charizard in, and then there you go. Charizard now is safe on this slab. So I guess magnetic case are good for somehow like protecting your cards. If you will be protecting it with top loaders, I guess it's just fine. But I guess if you would like to preserve this one for a long time, you might want to use magnetic cases because these are thick. Top loaders are just thin plastic, so if ever you will just somehow like you will drop it and somehow like step on it while you're dropping it, so it will still damage your card. So I guess this one will be fine for those who would like to keep their precious cards safe. It might be a little bit shaky for this Charizard, but I guess it will be fine. Okay, so I guess that's it for this video. Okay guys, so there you go. So we're able to seal all of my precious card as of now of my collection. So basically these magnetic cases are perfect for sealing all of your collection so that it will not get somehow like worn out, because the purpose of these cases or these protectors are to protect your cards. And I guess if you don't have enough budget for magnetic cases, you just can go with top loaders. Just look into what size would you need for your cards, because of top loaders are somehow different sized onto the magnetic case. But I guess for precious cards that you have, I guess I would like to recommend magnetic case instead. If you are not grading your cards, I guess these magnetic cases are perfect for protection. So I think I'm pretty much satisfied in using this magnetic case. I still have a lot of cards I need to protect, so I'll be putting it in a magnetic case. So I think that's it for this video. If you like the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and notify yourself every time we have a new upload. Power lang. Patas. Bye-bye!